Alright. What hell is this meeting going to bring us? Dear God. What actual hell is this meeting going to bring us? I'm terrified. Hi, Eric! I don't know why I wasn't expecting to see you here, but it always starkens me that, like, Ishgard is also a part of this for some reason. Even though Heavensward is still my favorite.
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Gallian Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today.
Can I say it's always still scary for one person to have more commands? One person has more commandment than like 9 people on the other side of the table.
I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you.
God, this is so scary.
As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace.
I'm glad that he's respectful of titles.
Only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated.
But it is being worked on.
Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader. One purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
No.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Doma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression. Each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
Gaslight Queen!
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize the countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Still gaslight queening, like, hello?
Your Radiance. I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor.
And that's why we have Amarok here.
For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons.
In case you didn't know this information, because Ishgard is literally an isolated kingdom somehow. Or
1,000 years
was.
of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end.
It's so interesting to hear the stories of Heavensward and Stormblood being used to try and
Without his clarity
like
of
broker
vision,
peace
I can
here.
but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people. There was a time when Garlemald too lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong, from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of ceruleum and the subsequent development of magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it, and from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers?
He makes good arguments, but I don't like
I will
it
concede
doesn't.
that after centuries of exile,
He makes good arguments, but I don't like
mistaken
like
for
his
invasion.
main point in the argument.
Nevertheless, it is not.
You know.
And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the 12's Woods bounty.
I will always say
Would
I
that your
love
people
her
might
design
learn
more than
from their
anything.
example.
Connie Senna is like gorgeous. I love her.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation? I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing.
He has not said
what
anything.
you people may believe,
I have
I
not
am
said
not
anything.
one to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
The problem is that there is a stronghold in what this agreement ends up being. And so that's why.
As Mistress Alisaie says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future.
Yeah, it's very infuriating when the Emperor seems to know more history than the
Emperor
rest of the table.
May I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
Like, he's right. The history behind all of their kingdoms and all of their lands was not in good faith either. So it's like we can't really argue with the way that like he has done it at current or like in the past because of the way that all of them have not done well in their own past. Or at least not maybe them specifically, but their people, their former rulers, right? But it pisses me off because this is hitting far too deep with how current politics is currently happening right now, or current politics is like going on right now, and it's like you can't agree to a two-state solution, if you're understanding what I'm saying. You can't agree to a two-state solution. It's not going to work because all Garlemald is gonna do, all the Empire is going to do, is going to cause fear, oppression, and reckoning on the people like Doma and the people of Alamigo. And it's rough because in some manners the only people on the table that do have the right to say anything is Doma and Alamigo. Technically, Scions of the Seven Dawn plus Warrior of Light have no connection whatsoever with any that has happened, any of this specific history that's happened, but everyone else from the three main cities to Ishgard cannot say anything because their kingdoms were built on what essentially is the oppression of another group of species or another group of people, right? It may be Ul'dah, technically, but could potentially do something, but like I don't know how. I don't remember whether or not like, well, actually no, there was literal civil war happening in like Ul'dah, like that they could barely contain themselves, so it's kind of harder to even argue for a broker of peace here. But the only people that can argue technically is Doma and Alamigo, like, or Garabania, like, dude, and it bothers me because it's like he's right. History is not on their side, but I think the main purpose that they should be arguing is while history was not on their side and they are not content with the way that their predecessors pretty much continued the cycle of oppression. The reality is that this is what is currently happening now, and in order to broker a peace, we need to stop it entirely. And if that means giving up certain pieces of what had occurred within the main cities and Ishgard, then that might have to be the case, right? It might, like, if they have to willingly back down a split second for whatever the actual, like, agreement could be, right? I don't know, I can't offhandedly think of, like, an argument. Maybe it would be, like, the whole, like, giving Exals, giving Kobolds their right of land, giving the dragons their right of, like, land, etc. within the cities that they reside in. Like, that'd be the only way to kind of, like, broker this, potentially. But this is all stemming on the idea that Garlemald and the Empire is not going to fuck them over. Like, by ensuring peace and then saying, haha, psych. I don't know. But Garlemald has the upper hand because although there is, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there's 9 seats at this table, Garlemald still holds stronger than any of them combined, actually. Like, because of the fact that Garlemald has weapons of mass destruction that can equate to a genocide, and again, this is hitting far too close to current day politics, it is really rough how much their hold is still strong enough that 9 people on this table, which I know is not like 9 different countries, it's just 9 different political figures right now, cannot essentially strong arm one person into agreeing to this peace. Ugh. Ulda did a whole, nah, we giving power to the billionaires. When you argue with a pig, you get muddy, and the pig like, yeah. Yeah. LSA. This is really not my forte. After his Radiance's little performance, it was all I could do not to swear at him. I honestly don't know how I ended up playing the mediator. I just asked myself what Alphino would have done. Tried my best to do the same, but... And by some miracle, it worked. But there really is no common ground to be found with that man, nor do I think he looked for any. So the question becomes, what did he come here to do? Because you may be certain it wasn't to make peace. Whatever it is, I cannot make it out. Not yet, at least. We do have a little time before the parley is due to reconvene, though. So why not try consulting our illustrious leaders? Mayhap they have some insight to share. Let's speak with Senna first. I'm presuming both of these will be together. I do much wonder at Emperor Varus's decision to attend these negotiations. It is plain he had no intention of hearkening to our entreaties. But what then is his goal? Let me move my mic closer here. It's why I love this part. It's so well written. Oh yeah, 1000%. And the fact that they brought in like every piece of ARR history that we may or may not remember. We have been brought Ishgardian and Doman and Aegir Albania, like, and Alamegan, like, histories that we were a part of, like, into this is so well written. And the fact that we already knew this, especially with the Dark Knight quest, that we're not always in the right. The things that we do are not always in the right, but also the things that we accomplish, like, still ends with losses that we take with us to our grave. Take with us, like, in the wake of us walking the earth continuously, we will still carry those losses, carry those, what if we did this differently? What if we did that differently? Right? I think that he did well to make us have that doubt in our minds now of whether we had, what we're doing is still the right thing, and whether or not we're any better or different from him. 1000% like, that script was really well done, for sure. But that's what pisses me off, because it's like, it's so well done that it's hard to kind of break the argument against what he's doing is wrong because of what they've done as well, you know? I will say one thing for this Varus. He is well versed in Eorzean history. His interest in our affairs is that of a beast in its prey. The Conqueror would know his enemies. All should know their enemies, yet there is much and more we do not know of the Empire. I'm sure Varus will be happy to tell you more, then it's up to us to change that here and now. I don't think he would be happy to tell us more, but I think that we should ask for sure. But for us and what we know of history, we need to change that. Then it is up, wait, hold on. Then it is up to us to change that here and now. Huh, you would have me ask the Emperor himself? Well, mayhap there is some wisdom in that. If we can skirt the storm of his displeasure, we may yet come to our answer, even if it does mean sailing close to the wind. Yes, we do need to talk with him, though. Nanamo. Nanamo, you did so well. 12, have mercy. But for Lady Alice's timely interjection, we may have come to blows at the negotiation table. Not that Emperor Varus left us a great many options. Is unconditional surrender all he will accept, do you think? Ere he arrived, I'd have said yes, but having heard him speak, I cannot help but think he came with some other end in mind. Exactly. He's building up to something. I know it. Oh, goodness grief. You guys don't need to look at me immediately. Hello? How then should we approach the rest of the parley? Have you anything to say, Warrior of Light? Invite Varus to explain himself. Say nothing of Xenos or the Asians. I mean, we already said to have him explain. I know that these don't actually matter in the long run. I'm just thinking about what Warrior of Light would say. We shouldn't talk about Xenos or of the Asians. We should have Varus explain. I mean, they're both the same in the end, you know? Say nothing of Xenos or the Asians. Because I think that's probably what he's gonna end up leading up to. Or like some kind of plan with that. So, we'll see. You believe he is more apt to reveal the truth if we put him at ease. Mayhap you are right. Thank you, lady. I love Nanemo. Oh look! The boys of Heavensward and Stormblood. This parley was never like to bring peace, but I had hoped to learn something of Emperor Varus's relationship with the Asians. As had we all. Yet, if he is in league with them, he is not like to volunteer the fact, and if he is not, how much weaker would his position seem for their presence? If we are to broach that particular subject, we will need to be subtle. Would that I knew more of the man, if you would indulge me. If you would indulge me, Lord Hien. Sorry, I was so confused with this line. If you would indulge me, Lord Hien, you received an imperial education, did you not? Is it true that the emperor's will is considered absolute? There is no higher authority in all of Garlemald, nor else in the heavens. Come to that. Veneration of the gods is forbidden, the only worship permitted being that of his radiance's own person. That sounds suspiciously like a religion in itself, looks at Amber. I share your disdain for their hypocrisy, even as they denigrate, even as they denigrate the idea of faith. They revere their leader with a fervor others reserve for the divine. 'Tis a flaw common to much of the doctrine they fed us. Logical on the surface, perhaps, but contradictory upon closer I can't speak. Hold on, I need a drink water. Also, Ace, thank you so much. Yo, a year also. Whoops, sorry for the celebration in the middle of a war treaty. You're all good, Ace. Also, technically speaking, this is the start of your 12 months. So, at 13 months, that will officially be a year. But, Ace, thank you so much for the 12 months, darling. Thank you, thank you. Also, you do not have to worry about the celebration in the middle of a war treaty at all. 'Tis a flaw common to much of the doctrine they Man, I can't talk! Goodness grief. 'Tis a flaw common to much of the doctrine they fed us. Logical on the surface, perhaps, but contradictory upon closer examination. I wonder if a discussion of the various discrepancies might prompt Varus to reveal something. I wonder if talking about all of this is actually gonna matter because he's about to start an entire war immediately upon us. You've spoken with everyone then. Good. Now all that remains is to await the pleasure of the Emperor and hope we fare better at the second attempt. I feel like if he's okay, he wants something because otherwise he wouldn't be here again.
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
I'm glad. I'm glad that that's how we started.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affair surprised me and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, The answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat icons pose to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner. Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Baron said to have been laid waste by icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
The Ascians have my son. Please help me. Now we get to the...
Finally, you ask the right question.
So what's the real...
I can but hope you heed
truth
mine
here?
answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more.
What do you mean by once was?
No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences.
Is it just removing magic in its
There will be
entirety?
but one race, a perfect race.
Oh dear God.
As we were when time began.
Oh dear fucking God. Okay.
What in Rorga's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of the star, of the source and its 13 reflections. At the instant of the great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections.
Fascism!
That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother. You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
A rejoining of worlds.
I have heard this tale of the source and its reflections before.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom.
I would know.
My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
Emmett just shows up behind him. Teehee.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing. But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Garlean Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
Ah, and here's the history. Here's the history for them.
My grandsire, the former emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters, when the prize is true and lasting peace?
Your prize is a lie. Your master's demons. I will stop you and the Assassins no matter the cost. I think... both statements are like just war-waging statements. They're both very like war-waging statements. It's really hard to choose them because I don't actually like either statements. I'm not going to put it as a I will do this because as much as I want to do this, it's not the point of me. It's the point of like what he's doing is wrong. Your prize is a lie. Your masters are demons.
I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man
Yeah,
from the
like
prison of
we're just starting a fight here with that statement.
Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard.
Fascism.
An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs. We would be the masters of our own fate. I bid you join me. Not as subjects of Garlemald, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Yeah.
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
Do you truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable. Unconscionable.
I'm glad we're holding up our stand against fascism, by the way. Sorry, I love Nanamo so much.
What is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together that we might take fate into our own hands.
Your belief is that the Ascians already have the power and it's a matter of
hands, perhaps.
Yeah.
But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
Very true. The others.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
You're saying give in to the dark overlords of your kingdom. And we're like, why the hell would we do that?
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler?
Or is this an Ascian?
The
In
flaws
disguise.
and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
And you, warrior of light, would you refuse me as well?
Why would I accept you? Hello? Like, are you kidding me? I cannot condemn such a loss of life. We can defeat the Ascians as we are. See, This would be nice if we are saying, like, if Garlemald joins us, we can absolutely defeat the Ascians, so you have no fear anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's very clear that he's doing this because he believes that there is no way to defeat the Ascians. So embracing the Ascians, it would be in his better benefit. Although he does benefit far more than anyone else does too. This is a part where I can say I cannot condone such a loss of life. Nutters. Nutters. We're all unison nodding.
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages. This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
Damn. That was a really good meeting, I will say. That was a really well done meeting. Like, the script and everything was fantastically done. That's very nice. And we are over here. We're back here. Nice. I came back to find Doma's advanced party ready and waiting for battle. So as worrying as our little chat with the Emperor was, it did buy enough time for at least some of our allies to arrive. Salmon muffin. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Face of war.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still, at least we know now what he's really after.
Aye, a future built on a mountain of bodies. I too want the Ascians dead, but not at any cost.
The last of the reinforcements from Doma arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough. Given the Emperor's stated goal, this is a battle we can ill afford to lose.
If the Garleans come in force, we may not have much say in the matter, even with our combined strength.
We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Hear, hear.
The two of you are to join an irregular unit and support the main host. I won't bother asking if you're minded to fight.
Yeah, we're gonna fight. I don't have a choice.
After coming this far, how could I not? And for once, there's no one around to counter on me. Not that they would. Not even my brother. But we all know who really make the difference. Ready to frighten some Garleans?
Yes, Queen! Of course.
I wouldn't want to be on their side.
Might I ask you to accompany the Dorman contingent? They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their spirits.
We would be honored.
When our people stride out with you in their midst, I dare say the Eorzeans will feel an ilm taller themselves. High spirits have a way of spreading.
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not allow it. I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands. Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come. May the crystal guide us to victory!
It's good to see a lot of the characters that we've seen throughout our time in war here too. And let's see, are you ready?
Since the others couldn't be here, we'll have to fight twice as hard. If Alphinaud wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it.
Very true.
It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right. So please, don't you dare leave me alone.
I'll always be by your side, darling. Aww.
No matter what happens, we have to survive together.
Here I'll be fine as Dark Knight. The Blackest Knight is the best shield in all of tanks. Oh, dude, I love Dark Knight. Don't get me wrong. Oh, that's terrifying. I love Dark Knight. Don't get me wrong. I was just thinking about glams for this particular fight. Dark Knight and Dragoon are my mains, no matter what. Rah! One's going to the beach! Onwards! I've never done this. You're gonna get your poetics. Hello? They just flew in? Bonk. We go down this way. Damn, the destruction's already started. No better to strike fear into your enemies than a horny glam. That's so real. Also, hi, Skinapop. I hope you're doing good. Onwards! Sprint into action! Why is there a little entrance there? What is this little entrance for? Literally nothing. What the fuck was that entrance for? Oh, thank you for bringing the enemies to me. Alright. I'm over. We're gonna do actual, like, party mechanics, and we're gonna just drag everybody. Na 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 na. down from there. Okay. What the fuck is that? Oh, I see. Okay, mechanics. Interesting mechanics. Very interesting mechanics. Oh, that's fun. Oh, Med's dead? He's almost done. 10%. 8%. 5. One hit. Nope. Drag over. We're going wall to wall here, folks. We're seeing how far we can go until this bites me in the ass. Okay, I think this is the literal wall we have to stop on. Okay, well, why don't you guys do that for a second? Teehee. Yeah!
Ready?
I don't know. Okay, where am I supposed to go? Down that way. Anyways. Wall to wall. I fucking love that you're fighting with the NPCs. Yeah, no, dude, it's so nice. It's so nice how thematic this is. Oop, let's not get hit by that. Me grabbing all the loot, as per usual. hold him here! Ready? Prometheus! Ah, a firewall now. Okay. Uh-huh. I think that's gonna crash that way. Yep, I knew it. Hi. Come over here! Is this the first time they use the rotato? Yeah, this is the very first time they use that rotation mechanic. Which I think is nice. I think that they had a really nice, like that's a really good mechanic to have. And for this kind of fight, that was probably, the best thing for them to use. Alright. One more dancing. Oh, God. Where are we going? Middle? And then side. Dancing. Alright, you're gonna be done here. 18%. You're fine. Onwards! Ah! Okay, our leaders. I'm trying to get there! Okay, how far can we go? We could probably drag them off. Don't worry, I'm dragging them out away for you! I'm dragging them away from you! You're fine! Go deal with others! Oh no, they ran! They ran to join me. They're like, wait, Oka, wait, please. I thought... I don't know why I thought that they would just stay and do other things. Very funny. Hi! Hello! I want this treasure, thank you. Me wondering if my inventory is going to be able to hold all this. Me, I don't care. I want it. We're moving on ahead! Bonk. I wonder. Please, Pippin! Okay, you guys won your fight from the other area then. That's good. Amric and Senna are still with us too. I think it actually does make more thematic sense that I'm the Dark Knight here. I am leading all of us because I'm dragging the hell out of this party. Nope, come over here. What the heck? Unbreakable ceramic. Oh, quickly to me. Okay. How do we all take the same damage? We must hold the line. Give them no quarter. It's going to blow. It's self-destruct. That's insane. This one's for you, Papa Lima. Aw. Oh, please. Go on, lady. Leave these soldiers to us. Oh, please. I'm trying not to cry. I could take a moment to like wipe the tears out of my eyes. Oh, hi? These savages bested our vanguard. Impressive. But in the end, they are only that, savages. Now let us be brief. His radiance awaits. Why did one speak so slowly and then the other one spoke way too fast? Ooh, this is a pretty fight. This is discount Alpha Note and Alice is crazy. Geronimo! Man, you're weak. Sorry, anyways. Let's just shield. Because that's gonna be a pretty fight right there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's too easy of a fight. So what's the actual thing? Impressive, Amira. Let us engage them together. Okay. They cannot hope to evade us both. You sure about that? Okay. I don't like those lines. Okay. Uh-huh. I'm sorry, what? So where's the third phase? What's the third phase gonna be of this fight? Them combining? No, you're not getting away! He doesn't die? Okay, that's dumb. Okay, I clicked on the wrong button. okay, it's no matter what, it was going to hit kind of kill. That's so stupid. Okay. It was gonna, no matter what, the actual attack was gonna, oh, well, Med's dead. And fewer still have witnessed this. Farewell, savages. Yeah? Yeah? Also, T, thank you so much for the raid, by the way, darling. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in. Dude, that death was so dumb. I thought that I could actually hit him when he was at 0.1. We have served our purpose. Come, we shall withdraw for now. Served your purpose? Were they a distraction? Oh no. What were they distracting us from then? That death was so silly, but it's okay. If I didn't die once in this fight, then it wouldn't have been a real fight. They were a distraction. From what?
We did it. I dare say they'll be reeling from this.
You were truly inspiring in battle, my friend. I'm determined not to be outdone, but there seems to be no one left to fight.
And give the daily coin, T.
A tactical withdrawal, perhaps?
We should give chase. Finish them off while we have the chance. Imagine the other surprise when they wake to find the war already won.
No, that's too easy. Oh, LSA? Oh no!
The light will expunge all life. Only you can forestall the calamity.
Not this person again! Get out of my head!
No!
No, LSA, don't fall. LSA, no! Oh. LSA. I had a gut feeling.
Oh, no. Don't tell me.
I had a gut feeling that I was going to be the last person left standing. I'm okay. LSA.
Quickly, we must get her back to the encampment.
Oh, baby girl. Oh. Now we're just down to one. So the Garlands have been routed, have they? Well done. Though this exchange was no more than a test of our strength, like as not, they won't be taking any chance now that the Emperor has joined the fray. They'll want to take their time, whittle down our defenses. Still, with your help and that of our eastern allies, we've passed the first test. Our line is unbroken. As for Alice, well, she's in good hands over at the infirmary. Oh. My lord, the surgeons have completed their examination of Mistress Alice, and it is as we feared. She is locked in a slumber without any outward cause. Damn it! Just like the others. Damn it all. The Garlands picked a fine time to come knocking. 5 scions incapacitated, and with the enemy on our doorstep. I cannot spare the men to assist in the search for a cure. The best I can do is to see to it that Alice is escorted safely back to the Rising Stones with the others. Ugadi and I will return to our encampment. The main contingent of our forces from the far east is under sail, and all must be made ready for their arrival. Oh, fuck. I'll not keep you then. Right. Judging by the Garland's recent movements, or lack thereof, they won't be launching another offensive in the immediate future. You should return to the Rising Stones, given the plight of your fellow Scions. I can understand if you feel on edge, but you'll be no good to anyone without rest. Thank you, Robin. Ah, we lost Alizane too. I had a feeling that we were going to be the last people. We were going to be the last Scion standing. I'm gonna disband the party for the time being. Oh, no, it hurts so bad. No, I don't like this happy music. Stop. There's never happiness walking into the Scions of the Seven Dawns freaking hideout here. Boulder. Ah, lady, welcome home. Word has it you and Mistress Alizane gave the Garlands quite a thrashing. Speaking of whom, where is Mistress Alizane? I was certain she would have returned by now. Oh. She's comatose, just like the others. By the 12, not her too. Ocher and I will ready the infirmary for her arrival. We will also need to send a message to Tataru post-haste. Would that I had something other than grim tidings to share with her. And with you too, for that matter. It grieves me to report that the Archon's condition remains unchanged. As we speak, Coltenet Krill and Master Matoya continue to explore every possible avenue. Alas, their efforts have yet to bear fruit. But all is not lost. You are still hale and whole after all. Though I suspect you must be tired from your journey, you should rest, my friend. Leave the worrying to us for the time being, at least. Right. I'm gonna go rest by going to have a pool party with the Moonfire Fair right now, while all of my friends are comatose. Meanwhile, at the border of Alamico. Okay. What actually was happening? What diversion were they bringing in? The Emperor. Oh no, Xenos, quote unquote. I recognize that bulky sword pack anywhere.